This is the second part of the battle. I showed you the first part in video 119. We're still in the summer of 1732. If you remember, we're going over the walls. We're hoping to get the gates open. Once we've got over the walls, you can see my bayonets going in there. The troops that I've had firing up at the wall, I now need to try and get them into a column formation near the door. Last thing I want to do is to be firing up there and injuring my own troops. Yeah, you can see his troops on the wall there are flashing, so they're either wavering or they're routing. He's got some inside here as well, inside the middle of the fort. So, looks like 2 on the walls there. Can't remember how many he had before, but he had 5 in total. So there must be some other troops skulking around somewhere. This is Empire Total War, United Provinces, fought on hard, of course. This is the first fortress attack that I've shown. And you'll notice there that the gate flag, the flag over the gate there has turned to my colour. That's an update that came out a few months ago in the Total War series, so that the flags would depict much better who owns the gatehouse. And the troops will fire inside as well. They won't reach all the way into the centre though, I'm afraid, and I'm sure he'll move his troops back. At the moment, I've asked these troops on the wall here to target, while they're in fire mode, the troops that are immediately down in front of them. Notice we only fire with 1 rank on the top of the wall, by the way. You don't get your rank formation as you would do in the open field. The clock down at the bottom, down by the slide rule on the left hand side there, the small round circle, that's the clock. That's showing, looks about 20 out of 60's gone. It's not an hour's game, of course. I don't know what these games are set for, to be honest. I think they might be on 40 minutes, so that's probably about a third gone, isn't it, really? So I suppose we could call that about 15 minutes, couldn't we? That's another reason why I didn't show these, because they can sometimes take a long time. Particularly if they're smaller fortresses and he can man them better. These large fortresses are such hard work to defend. Personally, I don't think it's worth upgrading anything to a large fortress. I don't see what benefits it gives at all. I've never had enough men to be able to defend them. So what I do is, well, as you've seen, I put my men in the centre with whatever defences I can get hold of, Chevaux de Frise or earthworks or whatever's on offer. You might as well just let him have the walls and then stream down into you so you can shoot him in good formation. A bit like one of my favourite films, Zulu, where the Zulus have broken in. Michael Caine there gets the infantry to give them some good old British volley fire, he calls it. Anyway, it's all 1 chevron on there. That means everything that unit's got is improved by about 5%. I'm sure I've mentioned that before, but I'm aware that sometimes there are people watching these videos as a one-off, so they haven't seen all the previous ones, or sometimes any of the previous ones. You can see all those bodies on the floor there. We just missed them again by the house, just behind us now to the left. Yeah, see those down there? That's all from the fire from the wall. Now here's some other of his troops rushing in towards the centre now, because once I get into the centre there, the victory clock starts ticking. He has 2 minutes to be able to get in there to relieve the centre. If he doesn't do, then the game's mine. I'm a bit touch and go about whether to continue these games once the victory is achieved, but especially when I haven't got any cavalry to chase people away. But there is an advantage to fighting on. See the flag at the top there on the right? That's the countdown now from 2 minutes. He's got to try and get that clock off, of course. we're going to attack him. We're just going to charge him. We didn't have time to form our proper ranks to be able to give him some decent rank and file fire. So we're just going to hit him with bayonets. Like I said before, we're quite superior to him. Do you know, I'm starting to realise how irritating it is to have that little box that I use. I put the box on a lot so that I can see, you know, hover, so that I can see the status of the infantry that I'm attacking, so I can judge what I'm going to do next. I'm going to start doing that much less. The fade in, fade out there was because I needed to form these infantry that are around here. I think you could tell what was going on, but rather than just you have 2 or 3 minutes of watching me line them up, I thought I'd just skip that bit. What I'm basically doing is bringing my men round and lining them up to shoot at that infantry unit on the back there that's firing at me while I'm in contact with his own troops. Yeah, treat you to a bit of rank fire. Now this is the stuff that I wanted to try and get onto HD if I could, but unfortunately, I know I've said it before, it's just unworkable. Too long. An hour instead of 20 minutes to create the movie, and then 2 hours, 3 hours to upload it instead of 30 minutes. You know, it's just crazy. I mean, I wouldn't mind spending the time doing that if it went up, but most of the time the uploads failed as well, so it was just a total waste of time. So anyway, there you go. That's a heroic victory. I'm not sure how heroic that was. I lost more troops than I would like to lose. It's probably another reason why I don't like fighting those. I like to be a bit conservative with my men, you know, in terms of losses. There you go. Build up the barracks so that I can get some new troops in there. Start raising some troops to be able to fight these Marathas. But like I said, there's quite a few of them, so replenish the troops. Takes 2 moves to do this, of course. It'll be a while before we've got our own citizenry in arms able to help us. Now there's Mysore. That's the infantry unit he's brought in there, principally to damage buildings, which I don't want to waste money on repairing at the moment. I'm not even sure if I want those kind of buildings. I probably want, I probably want churches or whatever. So I don't know. I'm going on what he's got there, provided it doesn't damage my settlement as it is. You know, like universities or whatever. Mind you, they are industrial buildings, so I might want to get rid of 1 or 2 of those anyway. I'm just stepping some troops out. I want to know if I can move them over to Carnatica to reinforce Carnatica, but unfortunately it drops Mysore down too low, so I won't be able to tax it. It's a decent income from Mysore, so I don't really want to do that at the moment. I've got some dragoons on order somewhere, so once they come in I should be able to put those into Mysore and then move some troops across. It's a walled city, is Carnatica, that I've taken. In fact, both of these are. I've managed to defend a walled city with less troops than this before, that I've put now into Carnatica, so I'm hoping I can defend it from an attack. The pleasure gardens give anybody benefit, so it's definitely worth building those up. Give me pluses. Okay, that's the end of summer 1732. Oh dear, now what was that phrase somebody lent me? And somebody told me how to say it as well. And I'm not sure what it is now. What was that phrase? It was a German. Here we go. Rot, op, met, yay, he said. Yay. Oh, is it yay or ye? Ye, I think he said. Not op, met, ye, stomme, anbiedingen. Anbiedingen? Okay. So I'm hoping I've got it a bit better this time. Rot or not, I'm not too sure. Not, op, met, je, stomme, anbiedingen. Yeah? Okay. Approaching the end of this video. I hope to see you on the next one.